live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, for your next main adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. We had a little bit of an interesting start today with some fog. There was a dense fog advisory. Also, that was in effect until 8 o'clock this morning and actually got extended 1 hour and expired at 9 o'clock this morning. So we have some fun stuff to talk about this week. A little bit of an active start, but a nice, refreshing, and relaxing finish to the week, too. Let's start off with our Freiburg Weather Authority webcam over at the Eastern Slopes Regional Airport. It's currently 81 degrees there. This is courtesy of Life Flight of Maine. I love showing this webcam in the morning because when there's fog, especially in the valleys, you can see a lot of it. Looks pretty hazy in the back, and that's because of some wildfire smoke, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a minute here. Visibility has improved immensely, especially in the greater Portland area. I mean, still down to 5 miles, but lots of issues this morning with the fog. We were down to 0 visibility for a lot of the morning. 10 plus in Lewiston, 9 over in Augusta, 10 plus in Rockland too. So we'll keep an eye on that visibility. 7 miles down in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. As for the smoke, we're more so looking at some thicker wildfire smoke plumes to move through the area. The yellow indicates some thicker wildfire smoke. So isn't that pretty fascinating that we're still seeing this going on? I mean, it's pretty tough, especially for those who can't really handle a lot of the smoke. Sometimes it's really hard to breathe. Another plume moves through as we head towards Tuesday. Another thick plume of smoke moves through. I think things should be better by the time we reach Wednesday. Let's talk about these local temps. 81 degrees in Freiburg, 80 in Laconia, 72 over in Portland, 82 in Rumford, 77 in Augusta as well. Rockland still sitting into the 70s. Bar Harbor, 66 degrees. So we'll definitely keep an eye on these temperatures. We're at 80 degrees up in Berlin, New Hampshire, 55 on top of Mount Washington. As for those dew points, still sitting in the 60s, now officially into the 70-degree mark. So we are officially in the oppressive category down in Portland and Sanford, Laconia, and Concord, New Hampshire. Also into the 70-degree mark, 68 for Augusta, 65 in Bangor. Talk about those feel like temperatures. When you combine already hot air temps with high humidity levels, get the feel like temperature or the heat index value. It's super humid. I had curly hair this morning and now it's kind of flat and looks not great because of the high humidity levels. Feels like 83 degrees in Freiburg, 72 in Portland, 75 in Lewiston, 79 up in Augusta, 73 degrees in Bangor. So about the AC forecast, not the best day to hang outside if the heat and humidity really bother you. Definitely keep that AC on high from 9 a.m. through 6 o'clock today. As for those highs, sitting into the 80s and 90s, 89 for Augusta, 91 in Freiburg, 89 in Lewiston, 82 down in York for today, 85 in Portland. And out of the beaches, UV is pretty high at a 7. Water temperature 58 degrees. Low tide was this morning at 8:21. High tide is 2:36 p.m. So this will be pretty good beach day, a little bit cooler towards the coastline. Out of the lakes, though, still UV high at a 7. Very humid, though. Winds light out of the southeast. Water temperature 73 degrees in general. So that's pretty cool. At the lake, a little bit warmer. Definitely, you'll probably see the haze. I went to the lake over the weekend. I saw some of the wildfire smoke out there. So these dew points this week, they're not as high. They're still pretty humid into the low 60s. They're not into the low 70s like they were on Friday of last week. Friday was pretty hot, especially into the evening after those showers moved through because the storms really just dissipated when entering the state. Wednesday, though, you're going to notice that it's going to start going on the downfall from there when it comes to dew points because a little bit of a cold front's moving through in the afternoon, bringing refreshing conditions, but this is a slower cold front, so it's going to take a little time for that cooler Canadian air mass to enter the state, and that'll be more towards Friday. Dew points sitting into the 50s. As for our feel like temperatures today, by 5:18, a little interesting. Nice sea breeze will make things feel like the mid-70s down in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, but tomorrow, it'll feel like almost triple digits. It'll feel like 90 degrees in Portland by 5:18 tonight, 88 for Lewiston, 89 up in Augusta. Tomorrow will be the hottest day of the week, hands down. It will feel like 97 degrees in Portsmouth at 3:30. 94 for Portland, 87 up in Bangor. A little bit better once we approach Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday will be significantly cooler, still warm, hot in some spots, but compared to Tuesday, a little bit cooler. We'll drop about 10 degrees or so, and some showers and storms re-enter the forecast then. As for that thunderstorm threat, NOAA's Storm Prediction Center already issued a marginal risk for some strong to severe storms down in southern Maine on Wednesday. So that's the darker green on your screen. That actually expands it over into southern and central New Hampshire. Let's zoom out a little bit. In most of southern New England, excluding the Cape and far southern Rhode Island, like Narragansett, Newport, Portsmouth, Rhode Island, too. That's a little bit of a smaller town. But yeah, marginal risk. That's what we have right now. The light green, some non-severe thunderstorms. We have another marginal risk over near St. Louis, Nebraska, Iowa, seeing that risk as well. Missouri, too. So that they have that risk over there. Any storm that gets going, strong winds will be the main threat there. Let's start off with about 2 o'clock today. We have a quick chance for some showers, a nice shower moving on through. So if you're out at the beaches around 2, 3 o'clock, you may get rained on, especially near OOB or down towards the Gunquit Wells, maybe around 3:30. Much better conditions after that, still pretty humid, tracking some showers overnight up in Somerset County near the international border. By 3 o'clock tomorrow, it will feel like the 90s and 80s. Because we have a nice west wind tomorrow, it'll make things feel hotter, especially towards the coast. By 9 o'clock on Wednesday, temperatures will run to the 70s. That line will begin to approach around 2, even 1:30, 2 o'clock from north to south, excuse me. This looks like there's a little bit of an update too to this specific model. Storms will make their way towards the coastline around 5 o'clock, especially on the mid-coast. They will reach the greater Portland area by 5:30. This will be on Wednesday. I know the Sea Dogs play this week, so this may impact the game if they're on their 6-day streak. I know they have a game tomorrow night, game Saturday night, and a couple more later on. By Thursday's a little bit interesting. You know, there's cold fronts that's moving on through. It's making things feel refreshing a little bit later, but it's actually so slow that it's going to keep some clouds with us on Thursday, and that'll be the case for Thursday, too. Let's take a look at our rain tracker. I think this is a good depiction of, or indicator, too, of where these storms are going to move through, mostly in the mountains. Some non-severe ones. Any of the severe ones will be down in southern New Hampshire. Looks like about 3/4 of an inch of rain over in Berlin, New Hampshire. 1/2 inch in Portland. 1.25 up in Augusta. All right, let's pull up our 7-day Weather Authority forecast now. Actually, let's pull up our ocean forecast, the marine forecast. We're down to a mile or less of visibility. Winds west, shifting southwest around 5 knots. Waves 2 feet. We had that dense fog advisory this morning. There is a heat advisory over in southern New Hampshire and portions of Massachusetts. So we'll keep an eye on if anything gets expanded into Maine. Take a look at our 7-day Weather Authority forecast now. Mostly sunny, mid-80s along the coast today. Low 90s, hot, mostly sunny. A shower storm is likely for Wednesday, as we just walked through that portion. Clouds stick around for Thursday. Will be mainly cloudy. Partly cloudy on Friday with low humidity into the weekend. 70s look good for Friday and Saturday. Sunday looks great too. Still a couple days away. We just got out of this previous weekend. Let's highlight to put it in context. Further inland, 80s, 90s for the next couple of days, 70s all the way through Sunday. So we have some fun weather to look forward to. I don't see any comments. If you have any comments, questions, drop them off into the comments section. I'll be here today at noon. We'll talk more about your forecast, talk about those dew points, how gross they are outside, and then we'll go over this forecast again and talk more about relief. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you today at noon.
Live, interactive CBS 13 and Fox 23 Weather Authority coverage for your next Maine adventure has been sponsored by Rennie's.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Make sure to stay connected with CBS 13 and Fox 23 on air, online, and through these social channels. Thank you for watching.